Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog. Now, I was going to do like a part two of the Tenkar's Tavern statistics and demographics, and I guess that'll wait. But I saw an article. I'm going to say it. I saw an article on ENWorld. Oh my God. How often am I going to be saying this, right? There's an article on ENWorld, and here I'll put it up there. Because ENWorld, meet GallantFunding, a Kickstarter competition or competitor. And you're like, what the heck is GallantFunding? GallantFunding is Gallant Knight Games. If you don't know who Gallant Knight Games is, they are the publishing house for a number of partners, including Battle Rider Games, which is James Spawn's, various Laboratory titles and his science fiction game, White Star, and other stuff. I guess you can call it like an interview with Egg Embry. So, now this is not something that's totally new. All right. I do remember before Kickstarter became the thing that it is, we had crowdfunded projects that the publisher did their own crowdfunding. God, which company did that? I am currently pulling a blank. I'm sure it'll come to me beforehand before I finish this episode. But it's been done before. Now, why would you step away and instead of having your own, I could go to Kickstarter, right? Why do people use Kickstarter over Indiegogo? Well, Kickstarter has more reach. Kickstarter has a built-in advertising in a lot of ways. Like, I got Kickstarter, do a search, and I search for RPGs, and look at all these projects that pop up. Well, you have to compensate for that somehow. So now, with Gallant Knight Games is pretty much doing their own equivalent of Kickstarter or crowdfunding. But instead of giving away a percentage of the monies to Kickstarter or Indiegogo or one of these other companies that host such crowdfunding sites, Gallant Knight is saying, no, we're going to keep that money. Now, there's a balance. That's trade-off. Are you going to get the same number of backers or pre-orders or whatever you want to call it if you're hosting it yourself as you would with traditional crowdfunding? I don't know. So now in this case, War of the Magi, which is a supplement for Dark Streets and Darker Secrets, is being offered in PDF for $7. Print plus PDF is $20. Straight out print is $15. Now, you don't know exactly, as far as I can see, how much money is being raised via GallantFunding. So Alan Barr, you know that there's a goal of 50 copies sold between print and PDF. They sold 122, so they've done 244% funding, but really, is that accurate? No. The assumption then would be that you're making the same profit margin on PDF as you are print, that you are print plus PDF. Maybe you are. I don't know what the numbers are. But there are stretch goals. If War of the Magi achieves 500 GallantFunding orders, we can upgrade the print run to an offset print run. If it receives 1,000 GallantFunding orders, we can upgrade the print run to an offset hardcover print run. All right. Decent stretch goals. I'm not saying otherwise. Now, would this be viable, feasible for other companies to do? Should Goodman Games be going this route? Should Frog God? I don't know. Okay, because again, there is a certain method to the madness of using Kickstarter or even Indiegogo, and that is the built-in platform that, in and of itself, gets attention, gets orders because people go there to search, right? Or is anybody be going to GallantFunding to search for a new product or project? I don't know. Now, in the story over on ENWorld, it is asked, will other creators be invited to share their projects through GallantFunding? And Alan responds, the process is limited to Gallant Knight Games and Gallant Knight Games partners. And the partners are basically labels or publishing houses within Gallant Knight Games. Obviously, we love to support as many indie publishers as possible, but as a small business, we're focused on shoring up the core of our business. On a personal level, I'd happily walk anyone through how to set this up on their web store and some of the stuff Gallant Knight Games is doing, especially after I go through the process a few times. This is experimentation. But let's be honest, all right? If this works for Gallant, this might be the future for RPGs to set up their own little crowdfunding spot. I don't know. I don't know how that goes. And by the way, I'm going to have to mute for a second. All right. Still haven't completed the battle against the evil COVID and Omicron. But if you want to keep more of the pie, you have to be the one that literally shares the pie. And having somebody else share the pie means that they're going to get a cut of it, right? This way, you don't have that issue. It's interesting. It's going to be something to follow, okay? I'm not saying that this is going to be successful. There's no way yet to compare apples and oranges. I'm sure Alan's going to be doing the books on this. And I think he's done over a score, over 20 Kickstarters. So he's going to have to figure out those numbers and see, is he losing out in the end by doing his own crowdfunding? You do notice, as far as I can tell, there's no statement that says, "Oh, well, this is you're donating, and if you get anything, it's just be happy. But if you don't get anything, we're not responsible." How it's not saying that. So maybe there's a little bit more protection for the backers in this. Time will tell. Folks, we are in the midst of the world of COVID. Rach and I have had Omicron, a lot of people in my gaming group, Bad Mike, and a few others. Listen, I'm not telling you to get vaxxed. I'm not saying don't get vaxxed. I'm not saying wear a mask. I'm not saying not wear a mask. We're going to do an episode, I'm sure, on conventions and their masks. But what I am saying is use your common sense to keep yourself, your family, your friends, your loved ones healthy and safe. Best I can gather, I'm not a medical professional, but nearly all of us are going to get Omicron. Okay, it's going from a pandemic to an endemic. Best to get it on your terms and its terms, right? On that note, folks, be safe, be well, God bless, roll those dice, and God willing, I will be back again tomorrow with a live stream. A live stream on Friday? Yeah, a live stream, I believe it's Joe's lawyer. So, 8 p.m. tomorrow. Be there, please. Oh, and if you're not subscribed, why not? Please do. All right, folks. Later.